Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 6 minutes past 9 on whatever night of the week it is. I've no idea. I know that there's racing tomorrow in Leopardstown and Limerick, and I've two from each of the tracks. You'd be mad that I haven't a clue what day it is. I'd be only guessing. I was in Leopardstown today, went off after 9 o'clock this morning. I had a flexi ticket, but bought through thepigsback.com for half price, so you could go only 2 days. Now I meant to go yesterday, but I didn't get I wasn't ready to go after dropping back the bus until 11. I'd have missed the first two races, so I called it off. Normally I don't go 2 days in a row, but I'm not too tired tonight. I got the shuttle in and out. I didn't walk in and out like other years, and it was cold and it was wet at times, but it finished off okay. Not that well, big enough of a crowd, but they could do with a few stewards in the stand. I've said it before. There's no place to walk up and down. It's just littered with people, and there's people trying to move up and down, older people in particular, and not able, and everyone in the way, and no manners. They wouldn't move at all at any chance of it. And you'd be afraid to ask nearly some of them to move. They'd look at you, say, "What's up with you? Stay where you are, or you shouldn't be there." I don't know what the looks you get. I met who'd I met on the way in. Even though I had a baseball cap on, crowd from Waterford recognised me, and he said, "The clock on the wall says, is that you?" I said, "That's me." A good happy gang of people. A Kilkenny man living in Waterford. There was people hung for less years ago, and I'd say it was a son, and there was a few girls with them as well. They were fairly trigger happy on the phone for photographs. Good crack though. They were watching me, I think, in the car on the video on last night's video on the way in. I gave them one horse. That was the horse in Limerick. I thought that would do better than it did. Jockey, I think the better jockey won it. Should have pushed up after staying 3 mile the last time. She shot around the corner. We'll get back to that in a minute. Met Ed from Dundrum in the very same place as I met him. It was Dublin Racing Festival. He says this day last year. It was just thinking after. It was the Dublin Racing Festival. A Shruday. He was out to see Marine Nationale. He took a video of him, similar to myself, in the pre-parade ring there with the saddle up. That's where I go first always. Paddy Kelly as well. Met a couple of more and I forgot to get their names. And it was raining, so I had no pen with me and I couldn't take out paper and couldn't forget about it. Great to meet you though. Met a few pound, and I didn't know what sort of going was at Kempton until I went into the green bookie shop, and I seen them kicking up muck for the 2:30, and I says, "Oh my God!" And I says, "Sure, Newby Negro has no chance." I'm convinced if that rain hadn't come, I didn't know it was going to come, but if it hadn't come, he'd have won that race today, because he's a good ground horse, and he fair play to him that galloped on and got second by a nose, because I had an each way Lucky 15 and an each way a Cume, and I had him in a treble and backed each way single as well, and the winner that got first run liked to go and better. Then we're straight on to the horse race in Limerick. It should have been closer to the pace, I thought, and ran on, but the bird had flown 7-2 into 5-2, and a few were met up there as well. Had tips got forward, but I don't know. Brought us on to Nasalam. What a joy to watch! And I was thinking, when he was rousing it up coming down to the second act, I was thinking of Hurler in the ditch. I said, "Please don't do it to us." And even got up to the last. But then I thought, the last time it ran in the last race, the warm up for this, when he stopped pushing it on up near the line, it stopped to a walk, thinking it had his job done. So he knew what to do today to keep it up. Quillen Quinn, good lad. But 34 lengths I seen there. That was the margin of victory. It was well gambled on too. 30-2 into 9-2. Only a 6-year-old. That'll be around for a while, hopefully. So after a brilliant, flawless round of jumping, absolutely brilliant. And then the double was alive. I actually came across in my pocket a few minutes ago. I was counting the cash and I was saying, geez, I should have more than that. And I came across a docket that I had with Sean Graham for Panda Boy each way. I backed him when I went in today. Give me 7-1 at the time when it was only sixes. Without the eights, then I backed it again each way. But a well handicapped horse down near the bottom of the weights. Shrudy, Paul, Byrne and Willie Nautilus, but all told, ran a third last year, second this year, but just a better handicapped horse, lighter. That was first time in a handicap. It's the beginner's chase that won the last time, wasn't it? Anyway, I'm rattling on. On to tomorrow. I'll probably go again now tomorrow because I have that flexi ticket and I have to collect that money off Sean Graham. Tomorrow, 12:40, 2.5 mile hurl. Hurl track is heavy, but I have one picked in this called Music of Tara for Rachel Blackmore and Henry de Bromhead. 'Twas third in this last year to Sam's Choice, £4 lower off 111. It had run in October. 2.5 mile, it's on good ground. The softer ground seemed to bring out a bit of improvement in it. It's only beaten 5 1/4 lengths. Ran twice then in the spring, to second on Yielden and then to second on heavy ground. It was third the last day in Navan over 2 mile, and that fortune Fortunata. But look what was fourth, One Last Tango, that one today, and that had been fifth, I think, or third, it was placed or something in that similar race last year, in the race that it won today. And this one, it seems to have been targeted for it, given a prep at 2 mile, and it's a 6-1 shot. So an each way bet, paying 6 places, a lot of the bookies there. So you see that a lot of, that they're sort of gearing themselves up for the same race again. So hopefully that's the case. And it's alive and ready to rock. 240 at Limerick. It's the Tim Duggan, listed 0-150. Queen Jane has had a good chance to second last time out to Big Brides, wasn't it? Brides Hill. And it ran on very well, but just a small bit dodgy, I thought, in the jumping. Now, that has a right each way chance. I wouldn't put anybody off doing that, but similarly with Coquilino for Gordon Elliott for JP. This is lightly raced as well. I don't mind Simon Tartans in the plate at all tomorrow, actually. But if you look back on heavy ground in the maiden hurl in Navan, March 2021, it beat Albarra. It only had lightly raced in 2022, but was behind Manila Crooner, chasing Jerry Calam and Bob Ollinger. Household names. Hadn't ran from last December to fallen in Gordon Park in November, but it was an improved performance, I thought, the last day, and the handbrake was slightly in the on position. The JP colours coming to the second last.
Flight in the park on the right is Mars Harper, followed by Adamantly Chosen, who's gaining on them, and they're followed by Coquilino, walk away and upping the ante. One fence left to jump, and it's Ida's Boy in a set two, with Mars Harper the near side, followed by Life in the Park, who's been brushed aside the final fence. Ida's Boy the leader from Mars Harper. Adamantly Chosen, Coquilino runs on the outside of Life in the Park, but driven out by Sam Ewing. It's Ida's Boy. Ida's Boy resumes on a winning note. Second is Mars Harper. Coming for the third late on was Coquilino.
Late on.
The ups and downs of racing really encapsulated here in the last 40 minutes or so. Noel Meade, I'm sure, was extremely disappointed with the run of Affordale Fury in the Florida Pearl Novice Chase. Sam Ewing likewise, but they bounced back here with Ida's Boy, who scored at 7.
The each way play there is 8-1 with 365. Queen Jane is favourite. I wouldn't put off anybody doing a small little reverse forecast between them. That's 2. Another one in Limerick before we go to the big one. The same sort of a principle as I did for the first one. There's a horse there. There's a bit of money for it now because it was 6-1 only 10 minutes ago because I got a little bit of it. Mont St. Vincent. This is running in a race that it was 5th in last year on heavy ground, rated 105, and it's rated 106 after going up £5 for being second the last time round. There was a Mr. David Doyle in the plate that day. He just raced in England for Niall Mulholland, and it was rated, and you can see that it was rated a good bit higher, 117 and down to 112, but it was 5th in this last year. But the last time it ran, it was in Limerick on the 22nd of October. It was 16s into 3s. So the North well handicapped, but it ran into one in Positive Thinker. This is him. Positive Thinker's out in front, and the one we're on about is second.
The long run to the final flight, out in front. It's Positive Thinker. Mont St. Vincent trying to challenge down the inside. They'll fight it out, clear of Robin de Glory and Killinure last as they bypass the second last. Positive Thinker by just about a length. Mont St. Vincent trying to challenge on the inside. They're clear of Robin de Glory as they come down to the final flight. Positive Thinker led. Mont St. Vincent a length half away in second. Robin de Glory just jumping in third, less than 100 yards to race. And Positive Thinker and Adam Ryan going on to win the John Thomas McNamara Series Handicap Hurl by just over a length. Positive Thinker from Mont St.
Did that be required? Positive Thinker, the 6-5 favourite.
So, even though there was a real hot favourite, they went for a big gamble, 16s into 3s. There are local track gambling yard, so the North well handicapped, placed in this last year ran well. That's an each way play, I thought as well. Paying 4 places, and then we come to the big one in the Savils Chase. Galopin de Champ is the Gold Cup winner from last year. Everyone knows that I am a big follower of him, and newcomers, if they see the 3 short videos at the top, the one on the left is me chatting to him in Willie Mullins' yard about 14 months ago or 15 months ago. A few that I've met lately said I should go up and have a chat with him again and get him right for March, but we'll see how he does tomorrow. The jumping wasn't right with him the last day, I thought. There's a real good race. Conflated won it last year. You have the Brown Advisory second, Jerry Colomb, who won in Down Royal. Was it as good or as a race when you look at it? When you look at like 3 horses that he beat in that, he, as a younger horse, was he not entitled to win that in Violin Conflated Melilla Indo? Like they're on the decline now at 2 9s and at 10 years of age. He's 7 upcoming. And their best days are over, you would imagine. Galopin de Champ loves Leopardstown, but Fastorslow has beaten him twice. The heavy ground shouldn't be a problem, but I was very, very impressed with Fastorslow the last day, more so than in Punchestown. His jumping, it was neat, it was nimble, it was fast, it was accurate, it was not up and over, gone. Well campaigned by a shrewdy Martin Brezel. When it came from France, gave it a couple of out the back, 33-1 and 12-1. Then it was second in Cheltenham that time, and it was second in Punchestown over hurls. Couple out the back then in over fences, second in Cheltenham again, and then he came out and beat Galopin de Champ, and the last day it won. But I was fierce impressed with the way it jumped. So neat.
What a race! What a finish!
With the knee action of Galopin, he'd probably relish that tomorrow, but is Willie thinking of March, bringing him along, the last John Durkin tomorrow, Willie knows how to get them right for March. Quivega is an example of that, and Fastorslow has nothing to lose. They're both the same age. There's 10 pounds in the ratings, but I'm going to back Fastorslow tomorrow, even though I'm a huge Galopin fan. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't back Galopin de Champ in 3 miles 2 in March, because Willie will have him 100% right for that day. Sentiment goes out the window with me when I'm taking my hand out of my pocket. I could go up there tomorrow and back Galopin de Champ. It's in my head that Fastorslow might win that race tomorrow. That's why I'm tipping him up and backing it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I didn't go to England at all tomorrow. I looked at it and I don't think there was anything better than a class 4. Mostly was class 5s and 6s. If there wasn't a class 3, I just left it alone. So that's me. I have to go to a house party. A niece and a godchild is 30 today, so I'll have to put the hand into the wheelbarrow and take out a few notes and bring them or hand them over. So bash the bookies over and out.